Welcome to our Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition Colonial game. We're using some Nations and Cannons rules for the guns. That's a supplement. Kickstarted, available on Drive-Thru RPG. And if you're interested, it's pretty similar. A few things are different. We've had kind of a session 0 to go over rules, but we still are being a little flexible because it's a new adaptation of the system. It is April 1775, April 25th specifically. The party met a few weeks ago near, the coast, like basically the Annapolis area. Although some of the names have changed over the last couple hundred years, but I'll only address a few of those. We went over rules, we got characters together, we did a couple of simple encounters. The party is going with the 44th Foot Regiment under Lieutenant Colonel Thomas Gage, and reporting to Lieutenant Charles Lee. The party's joined up as scouts, so as basically not to get drafted. You're going to join General Braddock to go and drive the French out of English territory. Last summer, there were some conflicts that you've heard about. George Washington, as Lieutenant Colonel of Virginia Militia, was out in the Ohio River valleys and he was building a fort, and he ordered the French to leave by order of the governor, and they refused, and then he caught them spying and selling like weapons and things to the natives and trying to make alliances with the natives with gifts. And so he attacked and killed that party, and France accused him of murdering an ambassador. And then when France attacked Fort Necessity, it wasn't even finished yet. It was like half a fort. And he and the regular officer that surrendered the space had to sign a paper written in French that basically said he did assassinate an ambassador. So word went across the ocean to King George II and King Louis let me double check, I want to say the 14th. They debated it, they got things ready, the post isn't instant, they had to go on a ship. So it was about February that orders came, and a French fleet sailed, and an English fleet sailed. And so you're basically on your way to go drive out the French for the English crown. It's going to be a historical, really low magic game. There are some gambits, which sort of replace spells as far as abilities. Most of them have mechanical, time-taking components to them. So you don't just mumble some words and a big cloud appears, but if you've got a tumbleweed and you light it on fire and you roll it down the street, then that might cause a firestorm. I don't remember if firestorm is one of the gambits in the book. I'm just saying as an example. So a lot of them have components like that. They're not instant kind of things. If you want to pass without trace, you're going to spend a lot of time brushing out your tracks, laying leaves over them. It also means that things can be a little more deadly. There's no resurrections. There's limited healing. with poultices and things like that. So when the party was scouting ahead of the army, and you found a couple of bandits robbing a farmhouse, and you shot them down, you were doing very lethal damage. In this case, since the army was behind you, and there were plenty of witnesses that they were up to no good, it was treated sort of like a cattle theft in the Old West, where you should have brought him in, but we would have hung him anyway. And then went along and around, I mean, calling it a town is giving it a lot of credit, but Hager's Fancy is kind of a half dozen buildings. One of them's an inn, and there was a well, and inside the well you found a severed hand, which appears, the guy in town in the inn that you went to said it was demons. But when you lowered yourselves into the well, you wound up getting, Klikli, Sean's character, wound up getting bitten by an eel, which turned into a pretty serious fight, I have to say. You dragged it up, you got it out, but it was still biting as it suffocated. Eventually you subdued it, and then you went in and had eel and beer, although they didn't want you to bring the eel and cook it inside. The Bible considers eel an abomination, and the innkeeper was really big on clutching his Bible to him and praying, and I mean he was very religious. He really thought it was demons. But aberration, beast, demons, same thing to him. So, I mean, we can pick up with you sitting in the bar. Why don't you introduce your characters real quick? Our audio last time was really bad, so people may not have gotten it.
Do you want a little rundown again?
The name, introduction, class background, that kind of stuff. All that stuff. What?
Make someone else go first this time.
All right, Sean, tell us about Klikli.
Okay, I see how it is. So, Klikli is an Iroquois scout. Been working as a fur trader before this, but is now a ranger with the army. He is from the Oneida tribe, or Oneida. Little short dude, or tall by historical standards at 5'6", but short by other standards. Crazy. But yeah, he is very much a Native American. Doesn't like most of the wastefulness for modern society. He's only doing this job because it pays well and he can send that money back to his tribe. That's pretty much it. He's working as a ranger, so he's going to
Okay. Johnny?
Francois Vallon is also a former fur trader, but unlike Klikli, he is Acadian. He's very much going to say he is not French, he is Acadian. He considers the French authorities down in New France, where he's from, to be more oppressors that just take unreasonable amounts of taxes. But he's an 18-year-old. He grew up with his French father and Ojibwe mother doing fur trading for his whole life. And he's pretty much figured that the purpose of life is enjoying it, so he's going to do fur trading until he can gather enough to sell the furs for enough to live it up in town. When the money runs out, back out to get more furs. This job is just an easier way to get the money faster. And he has no problems at all fighting the French because, as I said, he is not French, he is Acadian, and the French are just tax collectors.
Acadian being sort of a French Canadian, for those that may not have clued in.
It's the root of Cajun. It's the French settlers who mixed with the Native Americans. And he's from the Ohio Territory areas, and he is no longer loyal to France because he didn't grow up there. They're just people who tell him what to do.
Okay. Andrea?
I am Layla MacDougal. I can't help but slip into it.
No, do it. By all means. Inspiration. You get inspiration. Keep it up. You'll get more.
My mom wanted a girl, my dad a boy, so they both raised me with care. She is a Firebrand scholar. And she feels very strongly about liberation and equality. You know, grew up around the Virginia area, but on the outskirts, so she knows kind of both worlds, so to say.
Okay. So, I mean, I can pull the bar out easily enough.
Go. You didn't have me go yet.
Yo, you did it?
No,
not yet.
I made
go,
you make everyone else say it.
Okay, go ahead.
So, I'm playing, my character is Charlotte Smythe, but she goes by Charlie. She does own a dress.
Eventually.
And she does also distress, like, more men clothes to, just to not deal with the hassle of being a woman, I guess. Like, just wants to be taken more seriously and do more ruggedy, I guess, man things of the time, right? She ran away from home. She's 16. She's 6'1", so she's the tallest party member. She's really buff for a female. Barbarian grenadier, son of liberty, human pioneer. She's not subtle, and damn, let's get these oppressors out of this country. Let's do it. Yeah, that's Charlie.
And every time you say that, Klikli looks at you, looks with raised eyebrows, like, really?
Yeah, and then I like, yeah, Klikli, let's get these oppressors out of our country.
Meanwhile, me and Francois is like, this bitch
It's in our country.
Oh, did I say that she ran away from home
Yes.
because she didn't want to marry?
I don't think you mentioned that.
Oh, yeah.
You were
Okay.
evading your arranged marriage.
Yeah, she ran away from home because she didn't want to rape this little Weasley guy. I mean, it was
I'm
a
not
real.
going to be able to find someone as tall as you.
No.
Yeah, mentions that a 5'5" Francois and 5'6" Klikli also just roll their eyes and look at each other.
So,
Okay.
Well, we know what to get her for her birthday. Just get her a pretty tall stool, so if wants her height.
Well, you've had a short rest. Did you want to hang around town, or did you want to get back to scouting, or did you want to head back towards the army? At this point, if you were just to take off in any other direction, they'd call you a deserter. So you know, your options are a little limited.
Well, don't we have orders?
I mean, if you want to poke around the well some more, I'll pull the town square back out.
We don't need to poke around the well anymore.
But, I mean, the eel isn't just dead. You just ate it. And,
It might have a family, but I don't think we need dinner, a bigger dinner enough to be worth that fight again.
Yeah, no, I'm fine just continuing on with the our scouting mission.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, I agree with. We can just continue on.
okay.
Okay.
All right, so that's April 25th, leaving Hager's Fancy. You report in that evening, tell them what happened. Lieutenant Lee says something about inept provincials and thanks you for not being swallowed by these colonial superstitions. I'll put sort of praised by.
You kept the ring, by the way.
Yeah.
Who's got the hand?
I think they just didn't.
I think Andrea took it, didn't she? Pulled it off and some of the rotten gunk came with it.
And then she went,
I'm pretty sure it was her.
Here, so it'd slide off because it was all swollen and.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so it was like an industrial accident.
That's why you don't wear rings when you work around heavy equipment.
For not buying
true story.
superstitions regarding eel. Okay. Hey, that eel was dangerous.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, the robbers, you were kind
It
of
took someone's hand off at some point.
outranged them with the
Or
bow.
it ate the whole body and left the hand.
Well, Klikli
Either
was
way.
bloodied, as I recall.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you almost one-shot me.
Yeah. Klikli was bloody
You know-
and Francois was hurt.
I was saying to one of my coworkers that about like when you have low magic and there's like you're not gonna get maybe healed right away or resurrect you're gonna res that you end up like being more cautious and thinking about it more or you're just gonna die.
Well, I
And
think
then it's a fight with a devilfish.
Yeah, who would have known?
the way I saw it is like I'm more at risk of dropping all my gear down this well. So here, hold all my weapons, and then I'm gonna put them into the well. Because who the fuck puts a monster in a well? But nope, apparently there's a giant eel.
Yeah, we were thinking about find the body that obviously somebody in town must have killed somebody and tossed them in the well. No.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I thought it was like murder mystery, but apparently not.
No, it's either the eel chopped a hand off or it ate the body and left a hand.
Yeah.
Well, judging by how weird everyone was, they might have actually killed them and chopped them up and tossed them in there. The claw mark or the cut mark on the hand was a little too
Maybe
clean.
You got
Maybe
rid of
the
our,
eel was just a red herring.
You got rid of our evidence. The guy-
You don't mess with religious crazy, so let's get the hell out of here and back to French
And if someone needs to deal with the religious crazies, it'll be the guys in the army following behind. Not us.
Yeah, so Klikli will tell Francois, and then Francois can tell the lieutenant. The theory is that the town murdered somebody. Here's the hand. Missing finger. That was already there.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep.
I'm lawful neutral. I'm good.
Okay. So he adds that to his report.
Yep.
And so you continue along for a few more days. Again, you're not moving like real fast. The roads, I mean, even to call some of them roads is giving them a lot of credit. But
Roads, we're working.
I mean,
with-
but even the roads are dirt and rutted and not real easy going. You've got a supply wagon train behind you that you're trying, well, that the army is trying not to outdistance the regiment, I guess. And so a few days go by, you range and scout around. The towns are sort of giving way to more farms with more wilderland stretching between them. And you're starting to enter well, I guess it's fair to call it the Appalachians. Like on the edge. But getting up there. You're definitely heading in when, let's see, you're approaching the town that back then they called Williamstown. And you're still about 4 or 5 miles away. There's occasional trading posts or farms, but really not too many. You're getting into more rugged land. And passives. Okay.
Very low, because these are brand new characters.
I know they've only been out
Our
of,
epic level 20.
they've only gone out of the box 3 times now. So don't break us yet.
Or we'll have to break out the identical twin characters.
Layla's sister Lola.
Yeah. Oh my god, I was reading a Reddit post yesterday, and there was a DM bitching because he was running Tomb of Annihilation, and one of his players decided he didn't want to make a brand new, unique character, so he broke out the twin trope in the third session of the game, and he was like, yeah, this is bullshit, I want actual consequences. Dude, you're playing Tomb of Annihilation.
Some people. I'm sorry, yeah.
I'm all for unique characters, but Tomb of Annihilation is you're supposed to have like 10 character sheets that are perfectly identical.
I think, didn't Tomb of Horrors come with the original, come with like 12 pre-checks?
Yeah, because you're meant to chew through them like cannon fodder. Like the entire premise is adventuring company just keeps throwing bodies at the problem until you're either through or you're out of body.
And standard procedure was to hire a bunch of, hirelings, not followers as such, but just mercenaries in basic gear to just go forward. Guard the camp, be trap bait, whatever you can con them into doing.
Yeah. And that's why I was like,
Yeah.
most of the people on there were just like, dude, it's Tomb of Annihilation. It's in the name.
Right?
Of course, then you still have the idiots just like, you're the DM, your word goes. If you don't want a twin character, I'm like, whatever, guys. You're all idiots.
That. And if you want to enforce that, you will soon have an empty table.
Yeah.
Well, it depends.
So,
I mean, yeah, for an adventure like that with that is going to have a high body count, I would just say, all right, so you're going to build it exactly the same. I mean, it's point buy, so you don't even have to roll. If you had to roll, at least then you might not have stats that would back up what your character was.
Like, yeah, if you're a DM that makes someone roll.
But if you're point buying,
then who cares?
You just buy the same thing. You spend your points exactly the same way, take the exact same classes, the exact same everything, and there you are. You know, I mean, all right.
You're Robin instead of Mark.
I'd prefer you make up a new name rather than just writing a junior on your sheet. But whatever, it really doesn't matter.
Well, that's why in the Rings game, I made generic fighter number 30, and basically I just rolled a random number. Cool, he's got, I think it was like 17 brothers and sisters. So I'm just going to change the name.
Nice. Well,
like at the beginning of that game, you told us that there wasn't as much healing, and it was going to be a lot more lethal. So
yeah.
And I had no backstory for this character. It was just Magni, son of Mord. He was as generic as it could get. So yeah.
Well, he really developed as time went on, though. He came into himself.
Yeah, I like Magni a lot.
So let's have everyone roll initiative, please. Wow. Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah, right?
That's a scary start. Nat 20
That's the
for
number.
Oh.
25. So my worry is if I roll a nat 20 on the first roll and it's for initiative, I'm going to get hosed on the dice rolls the rest of the night.
That's why when you said that, I went, oh.
Francois?
8.
So we expect good rolls from you this evening.
No, I don't. That's
Charlie?
That's not Johnny's. That's not normally how John. Charlie got a 17.
Layla? Oh, where did she go?
She's listening for
All right. Oh, she might have gone to check the stream.
Andrea.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll your niche?
She'll be back. It's okay. Let's Klikli.
Or things right there.
Huh? So you were stalking along the other edge of the road, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Klikli on one side and Francois on the other is the way we've been marching.
And the women down the middle.
And then Charlie watching over the city girl on the actual road.
She looks so much. The figure is even so much taller. I don't know if
Everyone else is playing with the
Wait.
15 mil.
I don't have the right figure.
28 mil.
Yeah, you do.
Wait.
This is Charlie,
okay.
and that's
Layla.
Layla.
Okay.
I was saying MacDougal. But no, it's funny because we put her on a base, so it actually raised.
I was thinking of putting her on one of the other new bases just to raise her up another few millimeters. Just to really drive the point home.
Yes.
You're really tall.
What?
She's only 7 inches taller than the tallest of the other people in the party.
He's only 6 inches taller. Thank you very much.
I thought she was 6'1" and you're 5'6".
Oh,
I
I thought she was 6 even. Damn it.
Are you? Wait. Oh no.
Yeah, I went for
My
that
mistake.
extra. I didn't like it being like 6 feet, like just an even thing. So 6'1". She was almost 5'8". I was gonna. She was almost gonna be 5'8". But
Well, I looked up what the height ranges were for back in the day, so I'm like, yeah, this seems more reasonable.
oh no, I know I was going out of the range.
She wanted Brienne of Maryland.
No, New York, upstate New York.
Oh, Brienne of New York.
Should have named her. Oh, what's on the screen?
New audio device detected. Tell it no. Don't do anything dumb.
Yeah, right. You just got set up. Hey, would you like me to mess up your systems? You just fixed it.
Okay, hold on. Where is Andrea?
I just saw her door. Andrea, the light.
I'm here now.
Is the stream okay?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Okay, because Discord just gave us a weird message. Monitor it for a minute, then roll initiative.
You guys like the new trees? We put out. We paint. Oh wait, is that
Dad,
frozen?
I just saw on the stream you blipped out and then blipped back into Discord, so it might be frozen.
It's frozen.
So
It's frozen.
And now
Well, I
there's no
can't see the trees, but the hedgerows are very interestingly shaped and colored.
Well,
Okay,
Hold
I'm switching back from OBS and Discord.
nope.
I'm gonna leave and rejoin the call real fast. Let's see if that does it.
Technology.
Ah, there you're back.
Okay, now it's working.
Yes.
Is OBS okay? Is the stream okay?
stream is still okay.
What was that, Brian?
And
It
then-
did capture you
there we
doing
go.
all of that.
Okay, well, I mean, that went out on the stream, fine. So people know OBS is not perfect technology. If anyone wants to chat
I'm
in
seeing the top of the trees. That's why I was just.
an alternative, then I'm listening. So,
Actually, what's funny
All
about
right.
these is there's one little squirrel modeled. Just that the hedgerows, and then there's one little squirrel. It was a funny. I thought like it was probably not a squirrel, but Brian, I don't know. We came to the conclusion it was a squirrel.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Uh-oh.
A big cat.
What's
7-8 feet long. Its shoulders are a little above Klikli's waist. And
You could have just told me you wanted me to make a new character, Brian.
what's your armor class?
15.
This is a group that. This is someone who almost got one-shotted by a fish, and you're just putting jaguar at it.
It's not a jaguar, it's a mountain lion.
It's just a mountain lion, guys.
Brian, is this a surprise round?
Yeah.
I'm just asking because I have a trait called Swiftness. It gives me bonuses to my initiative rolls, and if you are surprised, you can take the dodge action and make reactions on your first turn of the combat.
Okay, so disadvantage.
Yeah.
I told you.
Well, the second roll was better than the first, so.
Hey, as long as it wasn't a nat 20, I'm okay with it.
Nah, a 10 and a 12. But the 10 plus his attack bonus is a 15, which I believe hits.
Yep.
And so 4 points. Wait, that's the claw. Wrong die. Oh well, that didn't matter. Still 4 points of slashing damage, and make a strength saving throw.
Okay, strength save, +1. 16.
All right, you keep your feet. It's trying to knock you down, and it snaps at you with its jaws, but it doesn't manage to get there.
Okay. That hurt. Knocked a third of my health off in a single bite. And that was a low roll.
Oh, Andrew, roll initiative.
But the stream's okay now,
So far,
at least for the moment. Okay. Until we overload it with green again.
7.
7? Okay.
When he didn't have to go after me, he could have gone after the Frenchman. He's already pretty decent.
Mom. Wyatt just
You were the smallest one on that
The
side.
chair and the table to get underneath. Good boy, Wyatt.
So hoping to take you down and drag you off into the bushes. Which is a pretty complicated plan. It's a little more instinctual for a mountain lion.
Predator.
So, Charlie.
Does Charlie see this?
Yeah. It's
Do I have
40
a
feet.
ranged weapon?
Yeah.
That work? No, I mean that hit that will hit that the is the
Was that
the
surprise round or the first round of combat, right?
Yeah.
No, surprise round. So
no he's ahead of me.
yeah, but no actions or reactions because it's a surprise round.
Oh, so I can.
I
Okay.
didn't mean to imply that you had a whole bunch of stuff going on.
I mean, okay, so does the I know the dragon pistol's too
So all you can
short range, but what the coat what is it? Coat pistol. Does that
Coat pistol, short range, standard range is
So-
20, long range is
So surprise is a condition. Are you immune to surprise in any way?
oh, I get what you're saying. No.
Okay.
No.
Then
I get
you
what
can't
you're saying.
do anything this round because you can't move or take actions or reactions because you're surprised.
I'm sorry that I didn't understand English. You trying to explain it.
No, I mean you guys haven't been surprised in a while. The other group
What?
barely gets
What's
surprised.
surprise? What is a surprise? I don't get what you're talking about. This must be a new thing in D&D.
All right. Francois, are you immune to surprise in any way? Can you?
No, I'm not immune to surprise.
Not yet. Anyway.
Layla? I don't think anyone is. I just want to make sure. So I don't know all your character's abilities
No.
necessarily.
No.
All right. So now, Klikli, you are no longer surprised. There's a lion in your face.
How dare it?
Yeah.
The jerk.
Let me see if there's. Okay, yeah, level 1s. I don't have a lot of cool abilities yet.
The price we pay for being a noob.
Yeah.
Draw and fire.
Alright, I'm gonna.
Although he's right in your face, so that would be disadvantage, but.
Yeah, so belt loose and just hold the weapons, right?
They allow you to equip but the action includes draw, fire, and stow. So, that looks
Okay.
allowed to be equipped so it doesn't take an action to pull out of your pack.
Okay, so if I were to drop my bow, would I be able to draw both of my tomahawks, or just one and then attack?
Double checking.
What was that, Brian?
I'm double checking it in my notebook. I have that and the other from the other book. Shoulder, chest, waist, belt loops. So it's letting you equip them, which means you don't have to go digging them out of your pack. But you can draw and stow one equipped weapon as part of each attack.
Okay.
So, if you have, I mean, right now you only have one attack, so you could draw, shoot, put it back.
Well, because...
But when you have extra attacks, then you can shoot too.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I'm asking is because both of my hand axes are light, so I can still dual wield them. I just won't get the bonuses for the second attack with the bonus action. So I was asking if I could draw both, like, toss my bow to the ground and draw both, and then make my attack. But if I can only draw one, then that's fine.
You could draw an attack as part of your attack action, which means you can still interact with an object, and then you have for a bonus for the offhand attack, right?
Well, the dual wielding is everyone can do it.
Yeah,
so.
You just don't get the bonuses on damage. But it's your bonus action. So I guess action economy wise it's possible. There are a number of notes about action economy in this variant. Things are going to be a little weird. Partly because of things like that and partly because of reloading. So I think it works out that you can make that work in one turn.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't something I was missing from the rulebook. Alright, then I'll do exactly what I said. I'll drop the bow, draw my first tomahawk to make an attack.
Okay.
That sucks. Does a 12 hit?
Not quite. It's close. It cuts some of the fur, but it barely manages to dodge out of the way at the last moment.
Yeah. Okay. And then free action, draw my second tomahawk and make a bonus action attack.
Okay.
And that's even worse.
Aw.
So, miss.
All right.
You have to hold your dice and give them some like warm love, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I was pretty certain it was going to be an issue because I rolled a nat 20 on the initiative roll.
That's usually I clued in right away. So, but we'll send good thoughts to your dice.
Uh-oh.
Or maybe I should just put away the mini dice, no matter how cute they are.
Andrea, I think you're going to be needed.
Yep.
This time the claw rakes across
The claw.
Klikli for 9 points of damage.
I'm down.
confuse me. Sorry.
That's only if it moves, so it really only gets the one. Alright, so Klikli falls. Charlie? Tracy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're Charlie.
All right. I have 35 movement and a big. Well, I have a gun too.
35?
Yeah, and then I can shoot. I drag her with me.
You'd have to grapple first.
I'm like, let's go, girl. Could I actually?
No.
Okay. Just carry her over, and then she can. Why? I can't pick her up like a sack of potatoes, and then she's the healer.
You'd have to roll to hit to grapple.
She wouldn't let me pick her up.
You'd have to.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. If someone's like, no, pick me up. Like I give you permission.
She didn't say that.
Okay. What if she did? I'm like, what if I pick you up and I carry you over there, girl?
How much do you weigh?
Because it's
How much
more.
does your character weigh?
I think I put down like 135.
And what's
Like,
your strength?
It was
16.
And how much stuff are you carrying?
Maybe a bit.
And how much stuff are you carrying?
a sort of
Maybe a bit.
So you might have to move it 5 feet around.
Okay. It was just a hypothetical, by the way. But I mean, you know. All right. So 35. Then I can pull out the coat pistol or the dragon pistol. I'm not sure now what. Cause what the range? I guess what's the range on?
The coat pistol has a standard range of 20 feet and a long range of 80.
I need a poster.
What are the guns you have? You have the
Coat pistol and the dragon pistol.
The dragon pistol?
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't
If you want to use the coat pistol, dragon pistol is a point blank.
Yeah, that's what I was.
And it's a scatter.
Wait.
You only have hailstorm
right.
shots for the
So,
dragon pistol.
You said the coat pistol was 20 and 80?
20 feet to 80.
20 to 80. Okay.
The dragon pistol is 10 feet, period.
10 feet. Okay, thank you for explaining that. Okay. The coat pistol also, what's the attack bonus? And the damage type?
Dexterity and proficiency bonus to hit.
Wait, dexterity is +2.
So +4 to hit.
Okay.
And it does 1d12 piercing. We're allowing your dex bonus.
12.
1d12 +2.
+2.
Which, as I recall, the DM's guide is kind of mute on nations and cannons, implies you shouldn't need it.
Okay, so...
But I think that's so you guys don't get hit for an extra +2, +3 every time you're shot.
Appreciate that. Okay, so we will go with the coat pistol.
So we'll let you be a little heroic and do your extra 2 hit points damage. It's fine.
Okay, coat pistol. So
I don't see major balance problems occurring, especially when he is already down.
The +4 is pretty good too, except that I rolled a 9, so that, and I don't have lucky.
So 13.
Yeah.
No lucky. Ah.
God, I know. There's no reason to not ever take lucky for. I'm sorry. I get that there are some good feats out there, but lucky's like.
So a 13 actually hit.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh no, my friend, and I missed. 1d12. Well, I haven't used 12s in like forever. I mean, honestly, like I never use a 12. 9 damage. And then that takes me down to 4 balls.
All right. So you shoot it, and your bullet hits it in the side near the ribs, and it lets out a roar of pain. It's still up and roaring though.
And clawing at Klikli. Sorry.
It's probably gonna try and bite onto him and drag him off, to be honest.
Yeah.
Francois.
Well, I'm going to run toward there and try to get into better range as I pull out the coat pistol in my boot.
All right, that's 30.
Okay.
You go 30 or 35?
I think that I'm only 30. Double check. Yeah, 30.
All right, so 15 feet away. I mean, either way, you're in range, but...
Yeah. And then, shoot with the coat pistol. And that's going to be a 21 to hit.
That hits it. Boom. Or I should say...
Alright, so apparently this dice set likes it better. So, oh yeah, much better. That's a 13 damage.
Boom. All right, that shot hits it, and it falls over. And Layla?
Hey, Misty.
Wait, what?
It's like, Missy, we need some healer. We need the healer up here.
Layla?
All
Well, I'm
right.
gonna have a
going?
really cool scar pattern from this.
You can also excuse me.
What are you looking?
The spells list
I know you had Cure Wounds
and healing word. I
and Healing
think.
Word.
I just want to be sure because I think
First level, here you go.
yeah. I also,
Cure Wounds.
How would healing word work in this game? It's just like, suck it up.
So,
I believe
well, okay, but that's something we're gonna have to approach, though. Is they kind of no, I know, right? But we had drifted towards where any kind of hit is a graze, but it's kind of technically in 5e it's back to sort of 1e, where it's not necessarily that you got hit, but like there was a close call and you're a little shaken and it's affecting your total hit points. Or you're getting exhausted, or you just twisted something, pulled something, not necessarily that there's a hole in you. Although I tend to describe them all as physical hits. Because when I don't, people think I'm talking about a miss. If I say that bullet whizzes, you hear it zip past your head, and it's disconcerting, and you kind of stumble over a little bit to get away from it, take 15 points of damage, then people go, but I'm not damaged. And I get it. So we might description wise move a little more that way, so that the healing word is more of an encouragement, not that she's throwing tree moss at your wounds or something like that. Cure wounds itself I've put down as medicine such as it is. She's just a little better at it, a little more acupressure happening than in your average midwife healer.
Well, if it's okay with you, I'd like to. I'd actually want the scars from this, because having the big cat scars across me would be awesome.
I get it.
Yeah, he looks like a badass.
my healing word is keep playing dead. They're almost there.
Not playing.
So you get the max at this point, which is +4, so 7.
Well, you gave me a most of my health back, so thank you for that.
Yay.
I'm no longer bloody, but I got a kick-ass big cat scar. Should write that down.
And you're still prone under.
Across your neck and chest, or were you thinking?
I
Did
think
you want it on your
considering
face?
I think for this one, considering the heavy hit that you did, because you did 9 points of damage, right? That
It was a nat 20.
yeah. I figured as much. But I figured that one starts at like the cheek and runs all the way down the neck and across the chest.
That sounds pretty badass.
And then I moved myself up.
Especially for a guy that tends to run around, without full shirts.
Yeah, I went sleeveless. Okay.
All right, so that's the end of the round. Klikli, some quick prayers and words of encouragement, and he feels a lot better. Presumably, when you get there, you smear some poultices and things on him. And it's dead. So what are we planning for?
Do you want to skin it?
Yeah, no,
Yes.
get as much meat as possible.
We're too
I'm definitely gonna grab. Yeah.
I mean, like, that's what I was like.
I definitely want to make you guys a gift as a thank you. So I want the teeth and the claws.
All right,
You want
make
the skin?
survival rolls.
Okay. Does anyone want to help me on the survival, Francois?
That's probably a good idea.
I love how specific you were.
One higher than me.
Well, you're both trained in it.
Does anyone named Francois want to help me with this?
Well, if you're helping me, then that gives me a 23 on survival.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Does anyone named Blue want to pop in? Sorry.
So Francois Klikli's survival for teeth and fur 23. So there's a couple of small holes on one side near the ribs, but you'll be able to stitch those up, and once the fur's cleaned and tanned, you won't even really hardly notice that that's where it got shot twice. Otherwise, everything comes out perfect. You've got the teeth, if you want claws, if you want skin, of course, with or without head attached. I mean, if you pull the teeth, you may not want the head attached, but you'd still have a really good mountain lion pelt.
Yeah, I don't think we need the head, but we've got 2 people with leatherworking skill.
Well, you need the brains. I mean, you need the head. It's just a question of whether it's attached
You need the tail.
or whether you carefully take the fur off, and then, because honestly, you mush up the brain in the water and you soak the fur in it, and then it's brain tanned, and it's
And that's just
every
that.
animal is its own personal tanning kit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be brain patty, but I don't think we need the head attached to the skin.
Yeah, not like a rug being laid out with it. So.
Well, that might be nice. Wear it as a cloak.
Well, I think he wanted the teeth as like a necklace or
Yeah,
something.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah, no, I was gonna make them a necklace as a thank you.
So for the next few nights, I think Klikli's going to be working with claws and fangs, and Francois is going to be working with leather. Or fur. At least until it's tan. Has to, wash it, stretch it.
Well, yeah, considering most of the for the necklace and stuff like that, I would just be using strips from the hide that are the less interesting bits, just to trim up the hide. So, yeah.
We've got the tools and the skill to use them, so might as well. After all, we both started out with animal pelts in our pack. We might as well add one more.
Yeah.
Yeah, those pelts are
Yeah, 'cause
money.
we both start with they are money. We each have 2 British pounds worth of animal pelt.
Probably different skins. I'm sure you picked a different set of preferred prey, but yeah, 2 pounds worth.
Yeah, what did you pick for your preferred prey?
Fox, otter, and lynx.
Okay, I went beer. Beer.
Kill the beers.
I went deer, beaver, and bear.
Yeah.
Beer is good though.
Yeah,
you could take out the beer.
Small game that, yeah, strictly the trap. Yeah, set out the traps, go to sleep.
Yeah. No, Tracy, I now have this image in my head of a Bud Light can sitting on a stump in a forest, and suddenly this Native American arrow just cleaves right through it.
Oh no, it's definitely Francois' preferred prey. He gets the other stuff in order to buy the beer.
In my head, it was a keg, by the way.
Yeah, I buy the beer to set traps for all the white fur traders. So Francois, if you see a random mug of ale in the forest, do not approach it. That's my trap.
I wouldn't trust a random mug of ale in the forest anyway.
That's my.
I would look for whoever left it there.
That's funny.
All right. So the rest of the day goes by. You travel ahead of the army until it starts getting close to dinner time, and you find some nice big meadows. There's some fields ahead, but half a mile away. You don't think the whole army's, well, even the regiment's gonna want to go there because, let's see, let me do some quick math. I want to say a mile, but now I want to, okay. So 1,000 men, 4 abreast,
Is there a song?
times 3 feet. So
What about green berets?
they stretch about the length of 3 football fields, and then there's another football field's worth of wagons and crap behind you. So, it takes time. By the time the first guys are starting to camp and finishing their dinner, the end of the train is getting there, like a half hour later. So they don't like to travel when it starts getting to be late. That's part of why you guys aren't booking it. That's why you're only going 15, 20 miles a day. And that's really good, actually. Once you're in the real wilderness, it's going to get a lot slower. But
Yeah, we got a nice paved
I mean,
path.
really, 15
paved,
is
but
about
well-trodden.
what colonial armies move today. So, so when you guys stop, I mean, you can smell wood smoke. There's a town not too far away, but you're not really close enough to get there unless you want to travel at the night, and the army's not gonna. They're camping in the meadows where you point out. But it's up to you guys. I'm not gonna force stop you there. All right, nobody's going. We charge onward. You're all good.
We don't want any exhaustion. That's stupid.
We're happy.
Yeah, we're
Yeah, you guys have gone in miles about twice as far because you roam out and back and out and back and across sort of the flanks. You're not just marching down the road, you're crossing it every time. So, yeah, you guys, you've had a good day, so you'll all rest there. The next morning, are you guys taking watches? I guess I should ask. Or are you just relying on the standard privates to keep you safe?
No, we would keep watches, or at least Klikli would.
Yeah, no, we're keeping watches.
Who's on which watch?
Well, used to being on his own. He's
I'll
not
take first watch.
trusting them.
I'll take first watch.
First?
Yeah.
Who's on second?
Francois will take second, and then he'll wait Klikli after.
And then Layla fourth.
And then Layla will just be sitting around doing her hair while everyone is still sleeping in the morning.
Alright, so Layla.
Who's not really paying attention because she's doing her hair.
You pay way more attention when you're doing your hair. Excuse you. There's not much else to do.
I didn't realize it was raining Monday when I set my hair in rollers.
I mean, she has a lot of it. It has to be tied back somehow. It's not like she's gonna cut it.
I'll cut your hair, bitch.
No!
That's what tomahawks and long knives are for.
Not even the men cut their hair. All of you have ponytails. All of you have ponytails.
No, I'm wearing a white wig.
Oh right, yeah, no, you're.
I'm super uber.
You're weird.
Yeah, I'm weird.
You're wandering through the wilderness or walking down dirt roads in a powdered wig. Yeah, you're weird.
Yeah, no, she's eclectic. That's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah. I'm eccentric. Yeah.
Well, all the officers are wearing their powdered wigs.
Yeah, why should I?
Yeah, right? You're just blending in with the higher ranks of the army. It's fine.
Remember, it's about not drawing attention to the fact that I'm really a girl. And a runaway.
Yes, you are very subtle.
Think out as much as you possibly can.
I can't help the way I'm born. Leave me alone. You're just jealous.
You're like super jelly, yo.
I think thou art jealous of my tall stature in life.
All right, Andrea, roll perception.
All right. Oh, what was perfect? Okay, so okay. 15? No. 18.
You can't just change out and mix up the way.
That's the whole point of having tiles.
No, it's just I feel like it's literally like a video game that you're trying to like run, but the tiles about to like fall out from under you as your character's trying to run past it. And you have to keep your character running, or the roll will just fall away, and then you'll die. So sad. So existential. Oh. Oh. Mm.
All right. So, Andrea, do Did you roll perception? What'd you
I
get?
roll 18.
18.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you hear voices going this way, this way. There's some beautiful ones over here. Come over this way. And you look around and you see a couple of young women and a bunch of girls. And they kind of range from like 6 to 16, I guess, is about right. And they're running around and they have handfuls of flowers. And they're running to the side of the road and into the bushes, well, kind of over towards the trees around the fence. They're sort of coming your way.
Okay. I could just head over and talk to them. You know, I can see them, I can hear them. I'll just, you know, stay on the road and be like...
So you're kind of heading towards the road.
Yeah. Basically, I just want to warn them to be careful because the army's right here. They might want to stay home for a little bit, is what I'm planning on telling them.
All right.
You know, hellos and greetings and oh, lovely day, picking flowers. Yeah, sure, okay. I just want you guys to be safe. The army's right there.
She lets out a startled scream. Oh my!
Hello, hello.
Where did you come from?
I'm with the army back there.
An army? And she stands on her tippy toes trying to look over your shoulders.
But they're sleeping. They're sleeping. Got a long journey ahead. Thank you, Wyatt.
Is everything okay? Who's the army from?
It's the King's army.
Oh! God save the king! Hey everybody, there's soldiers of the king. Come on.
No, ladies. No, and I will physically get in their way. They are my age. I am not afraid to do it.
All right. So you're kind of body blocking.
The soldiers need to rest, and you need to stay safe at your homes.
Oh, but it's May Day. We must give them flowers and invite them to come dancing. You should come dancing too. She reaches out to grab your hands. Do you resist? Or
No,
do you
okay. So.
All right, she grabs your hands and starts spinning around.
So yes, joyful. Let's spin. All right. If you're truly insistent.
Singing about beautiful days in the lusty month of May. To Camelot, the musical.
all right. If you're so insistent, I'll take you to the general?
Well, the lieutenant colonel. The colonel.
Yeah.
You just call him the colonel. He's a lieutenant colonel.
Yeah, so, you know, take him to the guy in charge and introduce him, and then, you know. I'm hoping for the best here, man. I don't know.
Okay.
It's gonna go one of a few ways, and I'm just...
All right. So you start to lead him over to sort of the main walkway.
Yeah, I mean, if they're gonna come in and cause a ruckus anyway, I might as well direct the ruckus to the guy in charge. Make it his problem.
Yep. That's about right.
All right, so...
Meanwhile, the rest of us.
So, the corporal or the soldier, I should say, on patrol is coming around the tent about the time you get there. So, he can see them.
Morning.
So he double moves. He leaps out. Halt! Who goes there?
Morning, it's just us. Got some locals that want to give thanks, so to speak. We're off to see the Colonel. And they're still just holding my hands and swinging them about.
Yeah.
Like it's literally just children on a playground.
One of them takes a step like she's about to approach him, but he looks kind of serious and mean and soldierly, as he's supposed to right now.
Well, and I want
So
everyone to stay holding hands.
She doesn't really get the nerve together to go give him a hug and a flower. But they're all looking, and he says, well, civilians can't enter the camp. I'll summon the captain of the guard.
Thank you kindly, sir.
And he blows a whistle. And where is he? Here he is. So there's another whistle farther out, and then another. And then it's quiet. And a few rounds later, rounds in Nations and Cannons are 10 seconds, which compared to 6 seconds may not seem like a lot, but it actually adds up, especially when you're in a fight. So it's a couple of minutes anyway. When it's not the Colonel, it's Captain Horatio Gates is commanding the guard tonight. And he says, good morning.
Good morning, Captain.
And asks them what they're about. And they say, it's May Day. And it's a celebration of spring, don't you know? And he's kind of like, oh, is it already? I've been on the road for a long time, and on ship and on horse. And so they invite you all, although they really can't see the size of the regiment from where they're standing. But they say that all of the king's soldiers are welcome in town for the May Day celebrations, and there will be singing and dancing and libations for everybody. And I guess he's friendlier. No, she still doesn't have the nerve.
She's just
Like to go stick a
baby.
flower in the bridle. She just doesn't. She just won't.
Would she even have the nerve to, like, get one of the older girls to lean down so she could whisper in her ear to ask her to do it? Because I know some little girls...
No, they're too, you know...
Too shy, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, even if they're just walking around, you don't tend to just run up to people in uniform. And yeah, people go up and say, thank you. Can I shake your hand? Can I give you a hug? But they don't just run up. Only that one girl at where was it, Kent State, where she stuck the flower in the rifle. That's the only person.
Well, I think that was a
This is more of like a photo op piece of
Probably.
was
protest,
about
yeah.
that there was a camera. And they
Yeah,
said,
but even so, that's a lot of chutzpah. So,
not if everybody's
the party. Well, if you want to go, it's up to you. The captain is going to take the message back. And ultimately, they'll give limited liberty, like, you know, an hour or two at a time to different units, with orders not to get too wasted.
I don't think they'll use those words though.
Wasted, maybe, but...
For dancing and drinking.
No, I mean, drinking's a norm here. I mean, you know, everyone around can pretty
Grog.
much hold their liquor. But, you know, they expect you to be able to march tomorrow, not to
When
be...
did they stop giving grog out? No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, but they only give you a mug a day. They don't let you have
It was could you imagine at your work? Here's some grog. Like, thanks. I'm gonna go.
Good morning. We need you to wake up. Have some rum and water.
Right. I'm gonna go teach my class now. Thanks. I'm not already in enough. So.
Yeah, Francois thinks the partying with the villagers or the townsfolk. That's what he lives for.
What about the rest?
Happy to, have the rest of you join him, though. Sure, young lady.
Charlie just falls in line with what everyone else is doing.
Okay, so you go along.
Talks for
You go along. Klikli, you go along.
They've kind of indoctrinated me into their clique at this point.
Well, it's your squad, your team.
Oh my god, stop.
My gal pals.
No, I will break you both so much.
My clique.
I'm gonna ruin you.
Emotionally. In game.
I'm gonna make you feel
So,
the disappointment I felt.
the girls keep picking more flowers and, sort of make their way around the woods and their way back. There's... I guess we could do those. I guess it's up to you if you're interested, but there's, let's see. The flower gathering is traditional. If you want to participate in that, it's up to you. They gather up as many flowers really as they can find. And they bring them back to town and decorate the houses and the planters and the fences and everything around town. And then there's a pageant. Well, a number of pageants really, but the highlight pageant isn't like the best farmer or anything. It's for the May Queen. Are you interested in entering females? Are you entering?
No.
Or asking someone to nominate you?
No.
No, you don't want to be like, Klikli, throw my name in the hat.
Do not throw my name in the hat quickly. Don't you ever. Don't. Do not.
Okay.
I will break you all.
So they choose. Sorry. You squelched out. I'm sorry.
That's Layla's book.
Yeah. Like, no. Do not put Charlie in. They would go, why are you putting a man in here?
No, put Layla in. Charlie should be entering the wrestling competition.
There is a wrestling competition, and there's foot races, and there's marksmanship.
Yep. Charlie's for that.
Which one? The foot races or
and the wrestling.
the wrestling?
See, I'm gonna
Francois would be more for the marksmanship.
Layla will try. I mean, not Layla. Sorry. Charlie will try it, but she probably won't be as good at it.
What's up?
This turns into like every horror movie about and all that shit. I'm gonna be upset.
In any other game, we'd be just say, don't mess with them, it's fake.
No, and in this game we don't mess with them because they're worse than fake. They're hippies.
Oh, is that it? Oh well. I don't know, it's kind of small, but I guess for right now, that'll be the maypole. Like I said, it should be taller and have ribbons and stuff around it, but I'm fine. And then I'll just use these. Probably a couple of just like food carts kind of things. So good enough. So there's you guys. There's some soldiers. There's the ladies dancing around and weaving ribbons under the maypole. They wind up choosing one of the local women for May Queen, which, is appropriate, but I thought I'd give you guys the chance.
To traumatize Charlie?
She could break you in half, little man. I wouldn't suggest it.
The mere suggestion didn't bother her enough. We didn't need to force her in. I'm sure Klikli could win plenty of foot races. And I can probably beat most on the marksmanship. Send Charlie in for the wrestling.
Wrestling.
The embarrassment alone should get rid of half of the competition once they get a grip on her.
Like, hey, whoa, what's that squishy stuff?
Once they find out who their opponent is, half the opposition should melt away. Always manage of stupid townies like that.
All right. Well, Francois, given it's your idea, I guess just go ahead and roll to hit. They take everyone's names, line you all up, and they put targets on cut logs, and you're supposed to cut into the the notch of the target. It's a paper. It kind of has a V, and so you get as close to the point as you can.
Well, let's go for a good roll. The
There's
roll
one.
is not a good roll. Only an 11. Oh well, it was fun.
All right. I mean, you hit the board. You're just not that close to the notch. And a few of the other guys were eliminated too. 3 of them moved forward. Oh, well, that's a nat 20. 2 of them, yeah, definitely a couple inches off the mark. I mean, one of them you think might have missed completely that time. But the last one nails the notch dead center for the second time. And he's pronounced the winner. It's a young man, looks like a frontiersman. You've seen him like with the wagon trains. You hadn't really met him, but loses to, his name is Daniel Boone.
Yeah, you were gonna lose.
The rolling of 6 didn't help, but yeah, going up against Daniel Boone, yeah, I was gonna lose.
But he congratulates you all on the effort, and of course all the contestants get a nice big refill of Frontier whiskey, I guess. I mean, maybe rum if you want it, just because the soldiers have a whole bunch with them. But they have some interesting whiskey and other stuff that they distill themselves in the area. Just don't drink too much of it. You might go blind. And
Francois and Klikli grew up on this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or versions of it.
Safer than water.
so,
Yeah.
Klikli, were you planning on entering foot races?
No.
Okay. Anything in particular, or just hang out?
There's food available, so just hang out, enjoy the white people going crazy. You know, usual.
Party, eat, drink.
Try not to.
Keep working on the.
Just
Yeah. Well, I think I'd spend a lot of the time working on the necklaces for everybody.
All right. Every now and
Yeah,
then.
I would totally do foot races, but no.
All right. Occasionally people come over and especially some of the young boys and men are interested in, you know, what you're doing and where you got those teeth and
the nice brand new scar. The
yeah, the angry red scar running, you know, down your upper body. And so some of them are a little like afraid. But others, like I said, particularly the boys and the young men that like don't know enough to be afraid, you know, that stage. And so they come up, and if you tell them, they're interested in hearing the story.
Yeah, I'll tell them.
All right. And occasionally people come up and offer you food and drink, and but you're kind of into what you're doing, so.
No, definitely playing up the mysterious Native American trope with these rubes. So.
Okay. Charlie, you were just gonna sign up to wrestle and just kind of not say you're a girl.
Yep.
There's no way that could go wrong.
Well, I mean, she's bound.
Yeah, and you're not, you're young, you're not gigantic to begin with at the moment. We were discussing how to determine how long she can pull this off. And
Not much longer if she's 16. Because honestly.
No, but in the book of erotic fantasy, there is actually a table you can roll for your bust size. And if you're an A cup, you might get away with it for a long time.
Exactly. Yeah.
If you grow out to a DD, not so much.
No, you're not bounding D.
Unless you stick pillows under and just make yourself look really portly.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think you said portly.
If you want to wrestle, roll athletics.
Okay. Not acrobats? I'm joking. 20, not natural. Oh, you said athletics, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 20.
Okay. So you go in and sweep and then pin your first opponent before he even really knows what's happening. And so you advance to the next round, roll athletics again.
14.
Okay. It's a little closer. You wrestle back and forth a little bit, and eventually get him into like an armbar. You don't think he noticed. If he did, he didn't say anything.
Ooh.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. No.
There's gonna be a guy that doesn't care.
Some might not.
Or the guy who chooses not to comment because, some will be because it's your business, and some will be because, if you comment, then the wrestling stops.
Just be like Nathaniel's friend cheerleading, right? Or it's the ice skating movie, Cutting Edge, where D.B. Sweeney's like, "You want my hands where?" I'm looking at their names, and that would have been. Daniel Morgan is the one that finally beats you. It's a really close, tough battle. He almost gets you. You almost get him. He gets free. You almost get him again, but then he does some kind of... You've heard about it. It's like an engine fighting trick, but you haven't mastered it yet. And he like scissors around and spins you and winds up on top, and you're pinned, and like his waist is on your waist because you're pinned that way. He kind of raises his eyebrow for a moment, and then the ref goes 3,
and I read as he
and he goes, "Well fought," and he gives you a hand up. Just like polite, he doesn't like bow and kiss.
I get what we. No. He's just helping me out. Yeah.
And that was Morgan.
Yeah, the moment he kind of, then that's when I wink at him like, I'm a tall B.
Final. Yeah. Okay. So you know, he just treats you like kind of as one of the other drover scouts. You know, clearly you're not announcing anything and he's not going to spoil it for you. So, so you guys continue hanging around, lots of good food, drink, dancing. Layla?
I'm sorry, I could be the only.
Did you want to participate in any of the
I could be the
contests, festivities?
I could be the only female that's ever done that.
No. Well, we know for sure you're not. We know for sure that there were at least a couple of women during the Revolution that hid their identity. Apart from the ones that were like, oh no, my husband just died. I better load the cannon. There were a few of those too.
Yeah.
You know, the cannon's got to get loaded. So someone's got to do it.
No, I'm just exploring around and cheering on my friends.
Okay.
Drinking and eating and just enjoying the vibe.
So I'll just put you down celebrating.
Vibing.
Cause it's fire.
This
Sorry.
shit's gas, yo.
No, it's fire. It's not gas. You don't sound young anymore.
No, that's come back.
It's fire.
Gas.
No, it hasn't.
That's sort of gassing up.
Okay, if you're sure.
Yeah.
If you're-
Yes, I am sure. I am on the internet.
No, I mean.
There is no internet. There's not even electricity.
I know.
Ben Franklin was talking about some junk
Well,
about
I'm not
lightning
using
bolts
my
and
Layla
keys,
voice.
but
Now
it didn't
am
make
I?
any sense.
I'm not using my
All right.
Layla voice. Now I am.
So, eventually in the afternoon, they do the maypole dance where they weave in opposite directions and weave all the ribbons together around the maypole. And they have the final big feast, which is kind of it's fresh spring fruits and nuts and other early blooming stuff, but it's also a chance to bring out the rest of the supplies that made it through the winter, especially with all the extra soldiers in town, though they do bring their own supplies, a couple wagons load of food and stuff as well. But the villagers kind of celebrate that they made it, they survived the winter. They can have a feast with the rest of the stuff, salted pork and jerky and dried fruits and things that they've been saving that, you know, now you can eat because there's fresh stuff on the trees. And let's put celebrations, contests, pageants, feasts, and needless to say, the army doesn't go anywhere the next day either. But 5-2 rest, 5-3 move out, check calendar. Okay, 4 more days. I know you're farther up, I'm just pulling you off.
picture of the Pacific Palisades fire from an airplane.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
the one
insane.
with all the smoke and stuff
The first one, yeah.
billowing out.
Man,
The
like
one at night from the plane window.
Yeah, it was last night. It's
it's crazy
insane.
that they like cars were evacuated on Sunset Boulevard
Yeah, they literally told him to get out of the cars and just run.
on Sunset. I mean,
But
not
Sunset's
even-
like in town. That's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
some rural road. That's
No, that's Sunset. Like
I've
Sunset.
driven on that part of Sunset.
Sunset Boulevard is like one of those roads that's just mentioned in.
I used to
everything
travel
made
that part
in
of Sunset pretty
Colonial
kind of
America.
regularly. I mean, oh my
Yeah.
gosh. So.
Yeah, no, every video I've seen is like, oh, I recognize that area. Oh, we
Yeah.
go there. Yep.
that may not actually have been necessary, but all right. Guess I better check that. And you had said lookout was Klikli. So Klikli, roll perception, please.
Okay. Shit. Nine.
All right. Looks clear.
You can start doing that every night.
What's that?
Breaker. You can cast alarm and find traps with this trait using wisdom as your casting ability. Alarm would be handy.
This setting little clinky things around or rustling bushes and stuff.
Yeah.
Twigs to snap.
Yeah. I'm just gonna have to make a note. Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna have to make a note and just treat it like Lehman's Tiny Hut in the other game, and just I automatically cast them before bed.
And the only reason that you don't do it before bed is because you had something weird happened that made you needed to use it early.
Yeah, downside of new characters. You have to relearn how to use everything.
You have to refamiliarize yourself with all these new abilities.
So, May 7th, you arrive at Fort Cumberland. The other regiment isn't there yet. It's a medium-sized fort. There's enough room not to billet people in bunks, but to at least camp inside the walls. And I mean, the fort itself usually only has a couple hundred men stationed there. So it'll really be packed almost to bursting. And they actually don't want everyone camped inside, but a lot of them are, especially the officers, and the others are camped nearby and around. All right. So the other thing, I mean, well, they probably wouldn't get around to actually doing it until the next day, because they all have to pull in and get situated and, you know, pay military respects and all that. But the next day, you get paid. So everyone gets 10 pounds and 10 shillings. Let me double check. It's 20 to 1, right, on the shillings? I believe it is. I mean, there's a lot to be said for 10 to 1, but at the same
Okay, you
time.
said 10 pounds and what?
And 10 shillings. And there's 20 shillings to the pound.
So you said 20 shillings. Okay.
Yeah.
This pen is not right over. This one's dead.
I mean,
Hey
it's
Brian,
the
would I
oldest
be able
one.
to sell the 2 British pounds worth of animal pelts here?
I promise you it's
They
dead.
converted to hard
No, it's
currency.
not.
Yeah, it is.
It's all that.
It's dying. Give me a break.
Yeah. It's a major trading center. So what's your charisma bonus?
-1.
Okay.
This is just the
What did you say?
the animal pelts that we get as starting. It's animal pelts worth 2 pounds.
Yeah, you'll get the standard rate of 2 pounds. He's there's a farrier here who you might have actually dealt with before, but he just gives standard prices and then ships them off to be turned into things back east.
How many
Yeah,
shillings per pound?
I'm just trying
20 to 1.
Free up some space on my inventory here.
Yeah, Francois wants to sell his 2 pounds worth
Is it
of
20 to 1?
Yeah, 20 shillings per pound.
Well, and
Well, we
possibly
can
not
probably-
yeah. Huh?
Yeah, the mountain lion. We can sell the mountain lion.
Yeah. Yeah. Wants to sell the furs and possibly the mountain lion if they'll take it. It's going to be partially tanned by now.
Well, he'll definitely give you the 2 pounds for the other stuff, for the other furs. The mountain lion fur. Well, first off, let me check how long they think it would take. I'm not saying they're right. I'm just saying how long they think it would take. Oh, they just wrote varies. Okay. Of course. Let me check the other book. Had more details on that kind of stuff. I mean, personally, because it's been like 7 or 8 days, so personally I would have pulled it out long ago. But I'm just curious what they think. Riding, tack, stirrups. But that's not just the tanning, that's turning it into something too. Let's see.
According to the Carolina Traditional Archers Association, it takes 10 to 14 days to cure a deer hide.
So it would be about half tanned in terms of it's not at the soaking in rainwater at this stage. It's the working it gradually to keep it soft before it's fully set.
And having scraped all the junk off it and stuff,
Yeah. All that's been done, but so it's partially tanned.
All right. Well, they don't have anything different, but 10 days. Honestly, I think it's a little long. But okay, you want to do it quality. You don't want to rush it. You're not in Southern California, so you have to deal with like humidity and stuff. So, because honestly, yeah, I mean, me doing it on my balcony in Simi Valley and you doing it in the woods of Maryland and Virginia is a little different. So, all right, 5 days elapsed, so about 5 more to go. And, so the shillings were the bounties on the 2 guys you killed. It was a pound each, and then they split it 4 ways. And they had record of that because the officers witnessed it and wrote it down. And so you didn't have to turn in any, like, body parts or anything. And so you have a little bit of downtime. You're not sure at the beginning how long you're going to have, I'll say that, but you are waiting for the other regiment and the general himself, as well as some other auxiliaries, supplies and such. So, if you wanted to make ammo or arrows or whatever, there's supplies around here if you want to do any other kind of crafting.
Yes, I would definitely like to make more arrows because I only have 8.
My ammo is not stuff that I can make. I'd have to go and buy some stuff for the business.
Well, it's definitely available. I guess Klikli has a choice. You can spend a day foraging like good sticks and stones to flake to make the arrowheads, and then a day making 10 arrows. Or you can buy like steel arrowheads and a little bag of feathers and save the day foraging and then just make 10 a day. It's up to you. Stat wise, they're basically the same. I mean, you're not making like special incendiary or poisoned arrows.
Yet. Give me time.
Yet. Oh, well, I mean, collecting herbs for poison is something else you can do. But
Yeah. I think I would like to go foraging just for the sole reason that I can gather other stuff, mushrooms, berries, whatever. Just do the ranger style foraging to pick up the sticks. I will buy actual arrowheads and feathers though. So I'd still like to spend the same amount of time, but the target is different.
okay. I guess go ahead and make a survival roll then. I mean, you certainly find enough to feed half a dozen people. That's no problem.
Yeah.
You find, some nice little meadows and some nice, currently uninhabited caves, being it's summer. During winter, you're pretty sure a bear sleeps there, but not right now.
Does this count as mountains here in the Appalachians? Or
Yes.
Is it forest?
Yeah. I know, to my mind it doesn't, because I'm used to like mountains like Baldy and El Capitan and I mean the highest point in the Appalachians I don't think is much higher than I'm sitting at right now.
I don't think so. I think it tops out at like 6,000 feet.
The the Appalachian rolling hills.
Right?
Yeah. So I wasn't far off. The highest point in the Appalachian Mountains is Mount Mitchell at 6,600.
And that's the peak. And that's so the mountains near us are like 4,000 feet higher plus.
Yeah. Well, I mean, right where I am, Ruidoso, which is basically still like 2,000 feet below all the peaks around it, is that same height, and it's not even the highest point.
Right?
Because Lincoln, as the national forest out here, our peak is like, what is Sandia Peak? It's like 10 or 12,000 feet. Yeah, 10,600 feet, and that's Sandia. That's not even our highest mountain in New Mexico.
I've hiked to the peak of Mount Dana in Yosemite. That was a little over 13,000. So you tell me 6,000. I'm like, psh, that's not even where I started.
Yeah. For us, our highest peak is Wheeler, and that's 13,000 feet.
Yeah, no, that's a mountain.
Oh, sorry, I was supposed to be looking for something else.
It's all good. It's all good.
Let's see.
Geography, history, they're related. Maybe the characters can head out west and summit some of these. Summit Whitney.
Oh wow, my dice went for a roll here. So, so awesome! I get twice as much food as I find in here. I move stealthily, and then what's my survival? You said.
Yeah.
Base is 23. If I get the added or the extra proficiency bonus for being in favorite terrain, then it's 25.
Okay. So you identify all the different animal and plant species for a few miles around. If you're interested in a deer or a bear or a boar, you know right where to find them. And I mentioned, you found some really nice shelter spots, some really pretty glades, some great views off to the east back the way you came, which is tough because there's dense forest around most of it. But you do find a couple of high points that are a little rocky and give you nice views back, across, the foothills and a little bit of the flatlands, but not too much, curve of the earth and all. And you also notice some tracks that look like they were made by moccasins, soft shoes. They're not real obvious, but with that roll, a small group, 2 or 3 of them, they weren't like hunting, like they saw the deer and didn't shoot them. You can tell the tracks kind of come close to each other.
In my experience, does this seem more like a scouting party?
Well, your experience is about a month, but they're doing some of the same things you did, like moving back and forth and looking for, like, the places where they stop have decent views of the fort, even though it's a ways away. Quarter, half mile, that kind of thing. You're going up to look at the views back, and you realize someone was standing there facing the fort, and they could see right into it. It's out of range for anything but artillery, but they could see it.
Yeah. No, and that seems to me that they're scouting, so I'll report that information when I get back to the fort.
Okay. Just making note. So Lieutenant Lee is on duty, and he
is a racist and doesn't
basically takes it down and thanks you for your observations. He doesn't like jump up and order patrols into the woods or anything like that. You think he took it seriously, or at least enough to put into his standard daily report?
Okay.
Whether they're actually going to do anything, you're not sure. He tells you to just maintain your vigilance. If you see them, try to bring them in, but don't go really far trying to catch them. You don't want to get caught yourselves. And let's see. So next day, make arrows on the munitions. I just had my post-it ripped. Bad post-it. Okay, those don't exist yet. So there's the patch rounds and the hail shot rounds. If you wanted to make more bullets, you're gonna need. It's mainly about buying the lead. A little bit is the cloth, but it's mainly about the lead, because that has to be mined and smelted and processed. And I mean, you can mold it yourself. You have the little, the little tools, but
none of cartridge rounds, which they're listing as the wrapped in paper, not the modern brass cartridges.
Oh, okay, that's the nations and cannons. It does just list them.
Are pre-portioned drafted paper as opposed to the modern brass cartridge.
Yeah, but even those, in fulminates, it has dates. And, so let's see. That's not exactly. I mean, it's close. Let me check one other spot.
Either way, I just.
But that, well, but I mean that. Okay, so if they were Germans, though, were the ones who were particularly into it. But I guess the concept of it was there. I guess the British Army guys could show you how to do it just right. And they would have over time. I mean, if you were at all interested, just like, it's crude though. I mean, for game purposes, it's not that much different. But you'd bite and tear off the end, and then pour the powder in, and then try and ram it down. So. It's 5 silver pieces for the lead to make 5, I believe. I guess I can double check. I need to put more post-its in there.
That sounds right. It says what the munitions get is 10 silver for 10 for the cartridge, paper cartridge.
Oh.
So 5 for 5 sounds like the same thing as in the book.
So a shilling per. Okay.
Yeah. It's showing that, yeah.
Alright, so however many.
But Francois is looking for. He's looking to see if he can get like 20 rounds, and also he's looking to see if he can get some belt loops and maybe an extra pistol.
So 1 pound for the paper and lead and powder for the cartridge rounds.
Okay.
And that's going to take you a couple of days to do. As far as belt loop's probably pretty easy to come by. £2 and 10 shillings for the regular price.
Okay.
For weapons, so there is a gunsmith. I'd say he has the simple ranged weapons available. Not endless amounts, but a few of each. He doesn't really do the martial ranged weapons. The military smiths have the crown approval to make things like that. But he has a brown bess for £4 10 shillings. Or you wanted a pistol, a coat pistol would be £2 10 shillings.
I was looking for another pistol because I want more than one shot at a time.
A turnover pistol holds 2 rounds. You fire one, then you just flip the barrel over and you have a whole second round ready to go. We could let you have that for £20.
Yeah, I don't have £20 yet, so I'll settle for another coat pistol. As much as I would love one of those fancy turnover pistols.
Yeah, 2 shots in the same gun. That's high tech.
Yeah, I'll have to wait a bit before I can afford one of those fancy newfangled ones.
Yeah, but we won't be able to buy one for like ever. Once we can.
We can afford it. You just have to convince the rest of your group to actually let you spend for party fun.
I don't mind.
I was just looking for a second coat pistol anyways. Oh, that's beautiful. I'll look at it later.
Okay.
I like the light, fast pistols.
Well, light weapons definitely have some advantages over heavy weapons when it comes to abilities and items that'll help you reload and stuff like that. When you're prone, you cannot reload a heavy gun. And you're at disadvantage firing it. So if you're like prone hiding in the brush or something, having a couple of light pistols that you can shoot and then reload is actually quite advantageous. On the other hand, when you're out, with a clear field of fire, nothing wrong with shooting a brown bess or other similar rifles, carbines.
Well, I have a Fusel carbine already, so I was looking for a second light weapon.
So coat pistol's a pretty good choice. As far as simple.
I don't know Marshall pistols yet, just Marshall carbine, so I'll stick with having a second coat pistol and the Fusel carbine I already have and the long knife in the boot. That makes a good map.
Okay.
A good loadout for now.
Anyone else?
I still need to buy the arrowheads.
And more lead for balls.
Yeah, more ammo.
Yeah. I mean, I use the ball, so I have 4, not 5.
Okay, so a shilling per ball patch powder set. And if you want to make them into cartridges, you use a munitions kit.
I think I need to buy a munitions kit. How much are those?
I mean, you have the basic molds we said would kind of come with the guns, but if you want to make nice cartridges and things, the munitions kit is 2 pounds, 10 silver. I guess we should have addressed this with Johnny too, but I didn't really
I'll
think
buy
about
a
it.
munitions.
Well, in that case,
Well, I think she's buying one anyway.
kit, so that's
yeah,
okay. So
I don't know if you needed one also right now.
So that's
But-
2 pounds. What? 2 pounds.
2 pounds and 10 shillings. Did I say silver? It's shillings.
No, you.
You said-
I said shillings. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, then how much are?
And then for 10 shots is 10 shillings.
And I have 8 pounds.
I thought you said it was a shot a shilling, but it's
Yeah,
So I have
10
8 pounds.
shots, 10 shillings.
Okay.
How does that work?
There's 20 shillings to the pound.
Yeah.
So what?
You have 8 pounds?
Yeah. And I'm buying 10 shots.
Okay, so 7 pounds, 10 shillings left.
Thank you.
Okay. So it'll take you a day to wrap them up in the papers and get them preset, but that does make it easier a little bit when you're in the field. And then Andrea,
I'm just gonna spend 10 shillings on 10 things. Let's get some more ammo.
okay. So Tracy, you can use any kit, it just takes twice as long, right? With the Pioneer? Isn't that one of your abilities?
for yes, anything that
If you're
requires
trained, it takes
making-
half the time.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
She can make anything that requires a kit. It just takes twice as long if she
If I'm not trained.
isn't.
Yeah.
She's not trained on it.
This is all new stuff, right? So, is Francois trained on munitions kit?
He is not trained on munitions kit yet.
That's a Pioneer thing though, right? You don't have that?
No, I don't have that. That's a fine.
Okay. So then,
I'd have to buy a pre-made round. Probably use the patch rounds that are twice as expensive,
well,
just because I have to come and make them.
if Charlie doesn't mind, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days putting shots together. How do you feel about that, Tracy?
If we need to do it, so we should do it.
All right, and Sean would easily have 10, which was what we were talking about. That's at the end of the second day.
Okay. What did it cost me for the arrowheads?
Let's keep it at a shilling a shot for the arrowheads and feathers.
Okay.
So like 10 for 10.
Okay. That's fine then. Unless you object, I'd like to get up to I'd like 20 arrows basically, so I'd have 28 right now.
Okay. So days. 6 days. 5, 12, 15. Arrows. Cartridges. Or I'll just put cartridge rounds. Okay. Andrea, was there anything else you needed to buy?
No,
Or, okay.
not that I know of.
Anyone else? That's it? Last call? No, I mean, it's not really last call. You're not necessarily leaving the fort. What, was there anywhere, did you want to do any pre-scouting, or were you guys just going to wait until the rest of the troops showed up?
I don't know.
Well, I
Might
think
as well
that,
join,
What?
go
I
ahead,
was gonna
Johnny.
say, might as well join Klikli in the trips around scouting the area and gathering materials, just to watch his back while he's, picking mushrooms. If nothing else.
Hey, I got you those, the weird ones that you like so much for your downtime.
Excuse me.
Okay. So on, let's see, that's May 15th. And that is on May. Okay. So you do spend some time scouting around Fort Cumberland. And how far ahead are you roaming? I mean, are you talking about like just in the immediate area, like 5-10 miles, or?
I think, yeah, the 5-10 miles.
Yeah,
Because anything beyond that, you end up missing so much more.
Yeah, I agree.
Are you all
10
going?
miles.
I mean, you're staying together as you scout?
Yeah.
They're not just...
I think
Okay.
Klikli would at least want to train the Charlie and Layla to not step on every stick and
Yeah.
leaf in the immediate vicinity.
I know, we were like, oh my god, a pile of leaves! Crunch, crunch, crunch.
This is fine. Crunch, 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 crunch.
You guys are like, oh my god, girls.
Gotta work out with Klikli. So we're gonna go on practice scouting missions. So one of us is out actually scouting, and the other one is keeping an eye on these two heavyfoots until they're, less likely to wake up everything in a 10-mile radius. And we'll take turns, which is training them and which is actually scouting. Maybe not enough to get them proficient, but at least enough that they're not rolling a disadvantage effectively.
All right, roll initiative, please.
Nine.
I got 9 as well.
What are your dexterities?
+3.
Wyatt, no, go. Oh, it's yours now. He goes first. I have a +2.
Layla?
6.
Oh my, I got a 9 dex, a 9 initiative, and that's the second highest?
Yep. Isn't that just so comforting?
Uh-huh.
So how do you think I feel every time, dude? I've been really high on my my initiatives, and everyone else is like sub-single digits.
Everyone else is negative digits.
Seems like it when I'm getting my face clawed off by a mountain lion.
Not the first time.
And then I said that you were only playing dead and you got better.
I still have the scars to prove that it wasn't just playing.
Because you chose that.
But you didn't actually die.
No, and I will stand by that decision because the scars are awesome.
And as low as mine are, that's with a +3.
Yeah, I only have like a +1 or...
With a +3, I've gotten an 8 and a 9 initiative. So that tells you where my initiative dice are going.
Yeah, the only reason I have a +5 is because I get to add my wisdom bonus to it.
Yeah. You move quick.
It was part of the reason why I went with the build I did, because it just it's almost like they tailor-made them for each other.
Just about, yeah.
Oh, sorry, wait. I'll be right back.
All right. So you guys are moving up, scouting the path. This is too wide. It's not really. Sorry about that. There we go. So you're scouting out the path ahead and sort of sticking to the sides as you have been, with the two of them in the center of the road kind of looking conspicuous to draw people out. And who speaks French? Just Francois?
No, I
Or-
I do.
Oh, okay.
I'm
So-
just missing
Asian
one
guy.
language.
So you all pretty much understand someone. What's up? Oh my god. Discord is asking us about devices. So she's gonna go check. So I will keep going so she can hear if the stream's going okay. And these guys, you hear in French a man yell, "Try to take one prisoner." And then he steps out from behind a tree and fires his brown bess. And I rolled a 3, which is a misfire. So I'm gonna shuffle up the small arms misfire deck.
You're still coming through okay.
I'm coming through okay.
I'm just waiting for their turn to make sure the echo was.
Okay, Johnny, why don't you try? Well, try saying something, you guys. She just.
Okay. So you managed to get a misfire in the first guy that shot a rifle at us. Cool.
All right. So I mixed it up. I'm just taking the one off the top. It says ominous crunch. The weapon makes a distressing crunching noise when you fire. It's a flintlock, so the flint cracks. It doesn't have, there are special flints with special, abilities. It does not have one of those. So it's just counted as a jam that would take a round to clear. And tighten your girths and look well to your flints, for heavy and fresh are the villain's footprints. The Lion Hunt by Thomas Pringle. Each one has a little quote at the bottom. So I have for small arms, and then I also have for artillery and for grenades. So it doesn't matter your bonus. If you roll a 1 or a 2 or a 3, whatever it is for the misfire, then it misfires. Some of them are really benign. A couple of them are really like, oh my god. like it explodes in your face and you make a saving throw to try and shield everyone else from the blast. I mean, you're taking it. It's just a question of whether your friends are going to get hit. So some of them are pretty wild. We'll see as time goes by.
Oh my god.
But I think with the flintlocks and everything, it adds another element of sort of realism that we lack with the one you miss, you know? All kinds of things can go wrong. So, okay. So he misfired and he curses. And then
Wyatt, come on.
next up is Francois.
Come on, Wyatt. Sit down.
And I get to go?
Weren't you? Oh no, you're on 11. No, you don't get to go. I'm racist against. No, I just.
You heard it here. It's recorded.
Racist towards Sean's. Since you seem to be your own.
Guys with big bushy beards just can't take it.
No, I trimmed it. It's no longer big and bushy. It's just floofy.
Oh, nice.
Well,
it's
then
like a Civil War beard.
Then you get to take your turn.
Then you're good. Go right ahead.
Okay.
No, for real though, it's your turn.
Okay.
You're here. Native Frenchman.
Hold on. Why am I not seeing any movement on the screen? Hold on, I'm gonna disconnect the screen.
It's not.
Is it moving or did I freeze it again?
It's free. It's frozen. It's not you, Sean.
How did I do that? I just turned it off and back on?
Yeah, you, yeah.
It wasn't you, Sean. It was the video.
We froze on our end. We're good now.
There we go.
There it is.
Yep.
Okay. Something to look at for the next week.
Well, you fixed the one problem and broke something else.
But
Fixing-
we fixed the bigger one.
Well, that's what I mean. When you fix something, it breaks something else. It has to be broken. So, Wyatt, leave it.
So,
Good boy.
So,
yeah.
okay, so Klikli's here. There's a native here. And there's one back here you can't kind of see. And
Wyatt,
then there's a Frenchman.
Leave it.
There
Thank
we
you.
go.
Good boy.
Okay.
Good boy.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna move up to that tree in front of me for cover. And
Like there.
yeah, just to hopefully stop some bullets before they hit me.
Okay.
The natives, are they armed with firearms or?
Wyatt, leave it. Leave it, Wyatt. Leave it. Good boy.
They're on the other page checking.
Come here.
Really? Spears, actually, I guess. These guys.
Okay.
And well, so a spear and well, I guess you would know what bolas are. Some, rocks connected by leather straps that they try and entangle with. And then they have spears. The other guy has a rifle.
Which other guy? The Frenchman?
The Frenchman, yeah.
Okay.
That he just broke the flint on. But
Yeah. Frenchman is the bigger prize here, so I'm gonna try to target him.
Okay.
Using my longbow. There we go. And that's an apple.
Oh no.
Luckily, it doesn't misfire because it's a bow.
All right, so you don't get your arrow strung right, and it twangs forward and just kind of falls. And next up is Francois.
Okay, so. Okay, how back from the Frenchman?
$80 feet. And he's got some cover from like the trees and stuff that he's trying to hide behind.
Right, so I'm gonna move up to be behind that hedgerow.
Like there.
Yeah. And I'm going to fire my Fusil carbine at the Frenchman, and I know it's beyond 45, so it's going to be a disadvantage. Not bad for disadvantage. That's a 17 to hit.
Boom! You hit him. Roll your damage.
Ooh, couple of 8s. 12 points of damage.
All right. He cries out, "Ah! Adieu!" And he falls to the ground. Because he's French and they're like that.
Dramatic.
And then
I didn't think you'd go down so easy.
anything else? Guns are dangerous.
Soccer ball.
You guys have gotten lucky.
I just thought he's going to take more damage than that. And if he goes down, then no, I'm okay. I'm going to be expecting those natives to come charging and be ready to pull my knife, but I've already used my attacks.
All right, Charlie.
Do I see what is going on?
Yeah, from here you can see that one, that native, the dead Frenchman. You don't really have a line to the other native, but you can kind of see that one.
Do I have range?
The nice thing is, if we capture, if we survive this and get the loot, you guys get to have a brown vest.
Or do I need to move? I can move up and then
65 feet
it was
with kind of half
20 and
cover.
80. What if I move up or over?
5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Well, no, I had right, but I mean, okay.
What'd you get?
I got a nat 1.
With what? Your coat pistol?
Yeah.
Boom.
No!
And I don't have lucky.
You guys are gonna feel that, not having lucky. When you're 4th level, I think I know what some of you are gonna be doing.
I always take lucky because I always roll poorly. He's shuffling cards.
5 characters since I actually took lucky.
I don't even know what order they're in, so here, pick one off the top.
The one on the top. It says choking on fumes.
That sounds bad.
A choking cloud of smoke and burning embers blows back into your face. This misfire doesn't need to be cleared. You must succeed.
You just have to reload.
No. Well, no. I must succeed on a DC 12 Constitution saving throw or be poisoned for 1d4 turns. The cloud of smoke kicks up in a 10-foot radius centered on you.
That's going to include Johnny, Francois.
Oh, great.
So make Constitution
The
saves.
smoke
both of you.
likely obscures its area and persists for 1d6 rounds or 1 round if affected by high winds. Here's the quote. The smoke into his face was blown by the wind's action, and this afforded me, I own some satisfaction. Adventure of a Poet, Robert Fuller Murray.
Yeah, I'm sure it's giving this native quite the satisfaction.
Alright, so you have to...
So, all right. Both Francois and Charlie make Constitution saving throws.
Now it's 20! Ah!
30-20.
All right.
I got, like,
So you both
Constitution.
succeed.
Constitution would be 24. I rolled a nat 20.
Okay.
And so oh my god, thank you, Die. I say sarcastically and not sarcastically at the same time. Life is just the roll of the die.
Why did we get this hulking brute a gun?
What's wrong?
No, I'm just looking. Oh, that tile's too big.
You need a different tile?
Here, 10-foot radius.
I love how I rolled a nat 1 and then I rolled a nat 20.
That's how it works.
It's the same die, by the way.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
switch the
how-
die out.
That'll balance.
So is there damage or is there... I don't know.
No, you guys made it.
Okay.
It's just you're obscured by smoke in your area. So
hey,
you're not
nobody can
poisoned.
see us, so they can't fire at us.
It's a little harder.
We're undercover, Johnny. We're good.
So as I was saying about those misfires,
Yeah,
jinxed it.
We had to test the misfire rules. So.
I know. Why did you do that?
Andrea, it's Layla's turn.
Oh, just give me a moment. I'm sorry.
I think she's checking the stream because it had that audio glitch. She'll be right out. So, yeah. But, you know, they have to roll it too, right? So, draw the cards.
I like the cards. They're kind of fun.
Yeah. They make it a lot better than, oh, I missed. You know?
Yeah.
There's something a little more exciting, a little different. Because...
Still use the Pathfinder ones because they can literally kill you on a on one of the fumbles.
No, these are the Nations and Cannons ones. I'm not sure if any are... I mean, I know you could, I suppose.
I was looking up some of the Pathfinder fumble cards that they make, and like some of them are brutal. One of them was basically you hit yourself with your own weapon as if you crit.
Oh my god.
Well, this one...
Levels you can actually decapitate yourself if you fuck up.
Nice.
No, that's terrible.
If you miss a second roll on this one, then you take the weapon's damage and every creature within 5 feet of you has to save or take half. Well, save,
Is Nathaniel
yeah, or
home?
take half.
Wyatt, is Nathaniel
Because your weapon's broken. Because it explodes. Hi, are you okay?
I'm sorry for laughing. Why Scooby-Doo Run was really funny.
Here, trade.
Oh, I'm eating one. I was gone for a day.
Yeah. You stealing my bagels?
What?
You stealing my bagels?
Yeah, I'm gonna steal a bagel. I'm gonna eat it for lunch.
I want one.
Oh wow, he's right.
What happened? Are you okay?
When Wyatt ran up, he dashed on accident. My hand dashed into the door.
Oof.
Oh.
So it's bruised and
Oh.
on the knuckle already.
Ouch.
So.
Ouch, ouch. Alright,
Okay.
I'm back.
So you're back here.
Yep,
This gun misfired, so there's a cloud of smoke right there.
nice.
You know there's a native back there, Indian, but you can't really see him at this point. You can see that one. Nobody is down. I don't think anybody's really been hurt.
Alright.
Other than the Frenchman.
Yeah, the one that's on the floor over there.
Oh no!
What?
15, 20.
I mean, you could probably wash them.
I'm gonna double move to get behind this bush. And then I'll pull out one of my pistols.
Okay. So, new round. He is dead already. That's sad. And then it's Klikli.
Okay. I'm gonna try firing my bow again. This time at the native. Yeah, I'll go for the one out in the open there.
Okay. Flap.
Okay, that's much better. That's a 22 to hit him.
Nice. That arrow sinks right into his chest. Roll your damage.
Uh, 7 points of damage.
All right, it sinks deeply into his chest, and he seems to be coughing up blood and bleeding heavily down his side.
And that's it.
Francois, you're up.
I'm going to move out from the cloud of smoke. Around the,
This way?
Yeah, and then I'm going to pull out the pistol and shoot that native in front of me. And,
Which one? Over here? Over here.
over there, the one that's, close to me.
He has some cover behind the hedge, though, which will help his armor class.
Yeah, understandable, but he's the one potentially in range to come at me with his spear.
Okay.
Let's see, that is a 21 to hit.
Boom. All right. Even with the cover, you managed to shoot between the leaves and not hit any branches and hit him. Roll damage.
And that's 10 points of damage.
Okay. He stumbles with the hit and staggers. He's bleeding heavily.
Calling out, see, that's how you use a pistol, lady.
We're going to lady.
Get back a bit to try to be out of range of that spear.
I'm like, who are you going to lady? Are you talking to me?
So then I sit back across the road to try to get farther from the spear as I'm sure he's about to charge.
Charlie?
Oh, I was like, where's Charlie? Oh, right. She's under the cloud of smoke. Charlie says, to hell with this. She pulls out her great sword and she just charges at that guy. She has a 18 to hit.
It's there for 2 more turns. 18?
Yeah.
Yeah! Shot! Hit. Roll damage.
Five, 8 altogether.
All right, you cleave through his shoulder into his heart, and he falls to the ground, dead. Layla?
Yeah.
I'm taking my future Linux and shooting it.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
So I will. Let me just, because I think the range on my one pistol I pulled out would be good. Was the excuse me, dang.
There's so much hair coming off your butt. Are you still streaming?
Yep.
Oh, I love out of context.
Stop.
It's a Highland pistol, so. Oof.
Nathaniel, you can brush him if he's shedding. Andrea, pistol?
Pistol.
Who are you shooting? Way down there?
Yeah.
What's the range?
Oh god, I just blanked on it again. It's the Highland pistol, so.
Pistol 2080.
No, Highland.
Oh, Highland.
Highland, 3120.
Okay, so it's disadvantage, but you can reach him.
Alright, so. Chan plus. So 13 to hit?
Boom! That gets him.
Nice, and then it's 2d6. So 6 total.
Okay. Your bullet hits him in the stomach and he falls over, moans for a minute, and then dies.
Nice.
So all 3 are down now. Nobody's desperately dying, right?
No.
So, and we're getting kind of late. So, you gather up, they have 2 bolas, 2 spears, A brown bess. No flint. It broke. 9 shots. And a bayonet.
Was there any information on the Frenchman? Any paperwork? Any badging? Anything like that?
Well, he's wearing a uniform, but he doesn't have any special orders on him or anything. No.
Okay.
Um.
No personal effects or anything.
Well, there is. I need to get to that page. Okay. So total between the 3 of them, there's 8 pounds, 8 shillings, and 13 pence.
And how many pence? 18?
8 pounds, 8 shillings, 13 pence.
Oh, 13. Okay. So party fund with the money?
For now, at least, yeah.
Yeah.
And there are 12 pence to the shilling, just for the record.
12 pence.
Because why make these numbers even?
Well, why dedicate to anything? I
You
mean,
get 8 pence, 8 shillings. No.
Well, total and party treasure?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
8 pounds, 8 shillings, 13 pence.
8 pence, 8.
Yeah, so we have 18 pounds. Or is this sterling or gold for the 8?
Would be sterling.
Okay.
So 9 pounds sterling besides the 10-pound gold coin. That's
Yeah, we have
good.
10 pound gold coin, 9 pounds sterling, 24 shillings, and 13 pence. Because of course we do. But the nice thing is, we can take those pence coins and load them in the in shotguns and use them as shots. So.
well, we could use it to buy a print for the brown vest.
Yeah.
Maybe even keep a couple of spares.
It needs one now.
And maybe buy a couple spares just
Yeah.
to have.
So we're just a hair over. But I think this is a good place to wrap for the night. And we'll move to the next section next Wednesday. Thanks for listening and watching. I think everything went right. So assuming the playback is good, you'll find this one on YouTube. Maybe with the last one, but definitely this one. Thanks for listening and watching, and we'll catch you guys later. I missed the button. Okay.